Hi, this is Dan Lefave, and today we're going to talk about how you can win in the courtroom of your own mind. How many times have you wanted something but then said to yourself, I don't deserve that, or I'm not good enough, or I doubt I can get it, or, there's no way. You talk to yourself many times in your own mind. You talk yourself out of things, and you don't get what you want. And then you look back on that maybe, months down the road or years down the road, and you wonder why you didn't do it. Because it comes to some point when you can afford it, or you can put the time into it, or you can devote the energy and the willpower to having something you want. So we're talking about this today because we're coming up to the end of the year, and you're going to probably take some time to think about all the things that you've done throughout the year and consider, did you get the things that you wanted? Did you put your best foot forward? Did you leverage your capability, your mindset? Did you leverage that ability to think about what you want and get it? And if no is the answer and you're not getting what you want, you don't feel satisfied, you don't feel like you move forward, even move the needle just a little bit in your life in terms of your satisfaction or happiness, then know this: you are losing in the courtroom of your own mind. And it happens to most of us. So you're not alone. Now, the key to getting out of that rut and to getting out of this argument, this negotiation in the courtroom of your own mind, is to use your mind more effectively. And the way that you can do that in a very simple practice is to write down the things that you want and then focus your attention on how you can get them. And you don't know necessarily how, but you're going to focus your attention and you're going to keep trying and trying and trying. I have a friend named Mary Morrissey. She wanted to meet the Dalai Lama, and that was one of her lifelong goals. And as you can imagine, it's very hard to meet the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama meets leaders and political leaders and business leaders all over the world all the time. Yeah, and she wasn't one. So, she set her objective to meet a great leader. And not only did she meet him once, but twice, and actually worked with him. But she set her intention to work with this man, and she achieved it more than once. And you can do the same. It's just a matter of thinking about what you want, writing it down, focusing your attention on it, not even concerned about how you can get it, but just think about how you might, the possibilities of how you might get it. Because sometimes things show up in the weirdest ways. You don't need to even make it happen. It just happens for you. Why? Because you want it. That's how you win in the courtroom of your own mind. You think about what you want, you keep thinking about it, you think about the possibilities. It's how you learn how to ride a bike. It's how you learn how to walk. A young child doesn't fall down and say to themselves in their minds, oh, this is no good, this isn't working, I'm just not going to try this anymore. No, they get up and they do it over and over and over again. Why? There's a desire, a deep desire to have what they want. Now, if you have a deep desire for something, you will do it. Now, if it's just an interest, you won't do it. You won't invest the energy, the time, the energy, the money. Right? And money and time are huge factors when it comes to deciding. I talk to so many people all the time that let money and time get in their way. Now, we have something called net time, which is not enough time. And when is that time? That's while you're driving your car, while you're shopping, while you're doing things that don't require a lot of thought, and you can plug things into your ears and learn if that's what you want to do. If you want to personally develop yourself, you can learn while you're doing these other things. It's called net time, not enough time. Money? Money is not an object. If you let that get in your way, it'll always be a blockage for you. It will always stop you. Now, let me say this. If your car broke down, you would get it fixed. Now, if you're going to do some work on your mind and work on yourself and improve your life, that comes secondary to fixing your car. That sounds a little ridiculous, doesn't it? Because if you work on yourself and you get yourself all tuned up, so that you're moving forward in life and having satisfaction and so on. The fixing of the car, fine, that gets you around. But the fixing of your mind, that gets you to your destiny. That creates your character. That creates who you are. That creates your self-satisfaction. Because at the end of the day, when you get to the end of your life, you're going to ask yourself certain questions. And if you look back and you can't see the benefit of your life and realize what you did and the value you added and the way you used your thoughts and the way you stepped forward and did things, then you're going to have some resentment perhaps. And maybe think about, why didn't I do that? And you don't want to have those thoughts. You don't want to be asking yourself, why didn't I do that? You want to be moving ahead, taking steps, doing things in your life, getting results, and feeling good about it. That's what life is all about. Now, when we're born, it's unfortunate that this doesn't happen, and it's because of things that have gone on in the world historically with respect to scarcity and poverty and so on, the famines and the different situations where economic situations got really tight, and that affected us as a culture. But you can go against that. And the way you go against it is using some of the ideas that I said. But you know what, if we were born and we said, you know what, if your parents said to you, go out in the world and do the things you love to do and just focus on that and keep working on that and never give up. We see great leaders do that. We know them, you know, Oprah, Tony Robbins, Richard Branson. You know, these are people that we say, oh, they did it, but you know, I can't. Well, they did it because they just kept stepping forward and into uncertainty, trying things, and keep on moving towards what they want. Move towards it, not just making, you know, little steps and so on, but moving always towards it. And sometimes doing big things that require a lot of courage. Now, you can do it, and I recommend that you listen to this over again and think about what you want. Write them down. Not only write them down, if you want to create a vision board, create a vision board. You know what a vision board is? You take a magazine, or you take anything you have that has pictures in it, especially pictures and words if you like to, and put them on a board. It could be a Bristol board or a cork board. Put them on there. And then you're going to focus your attention on them on a consistent basis, daily if you really want it, multiple times if you really want it throughout the day. But if you just slightly want it, then fine, you'll put it up on the wall and you'll look at it every once in a while. The other thing I'd like you to consider is creating an action board. The action board is how you measure what's going on your vision board. So let's say you had something about fitness and wellness on your vision board. You had all these images and these ideas about how you're going to be fit and well and healthy and vibrant. You know, let's say you had that on your board. Well, you could have on your action board ways of measuring it. You know, perhaps how many exercises you did per day, per week, per month, you know, maybe yoga, maybe different things that you're throwing in there so that you can practice and get better and better and better and better. And if you like to do a practice that I'm testing out now, it's called Tabata, T-A-B-A-T-A, and it's interval training. It's very quick though, so you can do it in 5 minutes. You do maybe a 5-10 minute warm-up, and then you do 5 minutes of Tabata. 20 seconds of intense exercise and then 10 seconds off. It's really cool. I heard about it from Tony Robbins and I thought I'd test it out, and it seems to be working. You can do Tabata a few times a week instead of doing low intensity training multiple times during the week. So anyway, the point is this. If you create a vision board and an action board and you keep measuring your successes, you'll see that there'll be a rise. It'll be rising up. You'll be creating some momentum. And guess what? Momentum feeds off of itself. So if you can create some momentum and keep feeding off of that, that works really well, because that's how you use your mind effectively. I'll teach more of that on a video in the future about how your mind works, conscious, subconscious, and how that gets your whole body tuned up, and how that is a cycle, is a circuit. I'll talk more about that in future videos, because I really want you to be successful. And if 2015 wasn't your year, make 2016 your year. Focus your attention on what you want and keep drilling down and going for it, and see how things unfold. See how people come into your life and all sorts of experiences come to you. You can do it, and I'm here rooting for you, because I'm doing it and I know. And the reason why maybe you're not doing it right now and not getting the results you want are because you're not doing the kinds of things that I'm doing. You can't go where I'm going because you don't necessarily have the mindset. But if you practice, you can. You have to keep focusing on what you want consistently. Consistently is the key. All right, so if you're not seeing this video on my blog, on my website, danlefave.com, go on over there. There's lots of freebies, extras, and resources and tools. Go over there and take a look and use whatever you like. Download whatever I have there. Take a look at the videos. And remember, every day you want to be thinking about this. Am I loving? Am I laughing? Am I learning? And am I serving? Go out today and make it a great day. Today is your day. Thank you.